Downtown Gallery, I'd like to welcome you for this exhibition, Life in Light, an exhibition of poems with Dr. Kabir. And the artist was Karigar, who lives in Bangladesh, and he was unable to be here this evening, but we hope we'll be able to send him some information about the opening and the reception. This is the second exhibition where there's visual art based on poetry that we've hosted here in the Downtown Gallery. Last year we did an exhibition by Salvador Dali, 100 prints of Salvador Dali based on Dante's epic poem, The Inferno. And so we're very pleased to do this exhibition. It's visually very exciting and the poetry is quite wonderful. And I'd like to introduce Mike Berry, who's the manager of the Downtown Gallery, who will introduce Dr. Kabir.
Hello, thanks Sam. I want to welcome you all to the Downtown Gallery. We're excited to have this beautiful work here, this unique exhibition as Sam stated. I'm a firm believer that art can connect us in interesting ways. For instance, a few years ago, the poet and the painter met in a studio in Bangladesh, and a friendship was born and a project was born. The poet now lives here in Tennessee. He's been here for 30 years, and he brings that friendship, that work here to us to share with us tonight. So it's all connecting us, which is a wonderful thing. Dr. Kabir is an author of 7 books. His work has been translated in many languages, and he has been published internationally. So please give a warm welcome to Dr. Kabir. It's ready to go.
Well, thank you very much. So nice to be here. I'm really honored that I got this opportunity to be here. It's actually not entirely my work, as you can see. I'd like to thank Mustafiz Karigar, the artist, the painter, who is a young artist but very promising and now is well liked there for his work. He has a different style that is being explored, and a lot of people are talking about it. And we met, incidentally he is also a poet, and I was in a book tour when he came and met me. And then slowly we started talking about it. He proposed a project, and I was surprised that something like this can happen. I also like to thank my friend Dr. Zaman for translating the poems. He also translated another book of mine, and which was very much appreciated by a lot of people. And I think he did a wonderful job. Translation is difficult when it goes to poetry. And we lose something. We don't know actually what we lose. It's very hard to define what we lose when something is translated, particularly poetry. But we do lose. But then there is no other way. How can I communicate with the audience here with my writing in a different language? The only way is that someone has to translate. Either I do it or anyone else. So today what I'm going to read may have some deviation from my original thoughts, but I do endorse it as close as it could be when this is being translated. And also, please excuse my accent. English is my second language, so when I read, it may not sound excellent, let's say. But I'll try my best just to give you the idea. For the sake of time, I will just read few, and later on at 8:30, I believe, 8 o'clock, we're going to have another section where I will read few. The first poem, name is Waiting. In Bangla, original language is Opekhaye Achi. Since the wee morning, I wait for you hungry. Oh, my lustrous dear, I have buried wrinkles in my palm. I have tucked away my adorned alabaster raiment scent of fragrance, and the water for holy ablution. I await. I know not when you shall come and knock my door. On the third night of moon, when the candle lights flicker, oh, my lustrous dear, hold me near, and I shall see the image of yours in my inner mirrors. Let the earth quiver, let all the signs of previous life die. Let it be an embrace, you and I. Let love dance from nothing to nothing. Let love shiver. The second poem, Trees Never Die. In Bangla, Vriksher Mrityu Nei. And all ends in the glory of death. And those dearest keepsakes, they also end in the umber of your frozen shadow. Yet, in the expanse of life's arena, in the adorned molds of life's vagaries, we pour water and grow verdant hills, full of shrubs and grasses. Never ending are they, never do they die in the umber of your frozen shadow. Trees never end, but they have no memories and no keepsakes to keep. The third poem, Dementia. Sitting at the window, cheek resting on the palm of hand, eyes behind lustrous glasses. What are you thinking of, so lone and pensive? Again, you did not flush the toilet, and you had no qualms. Books helter-skelter on dining table, and you had no qualms. Zipper still unzipped, and you had no qualms. Are these the shape of your days? The sun is bright. Your eyes are lost at a distance. What are you looking at? So lone and pensive. A vagrant neighborhood dog, 3 puppies, a pair of crows. Are these the shape of your days? Life's vagaries go on, erratic and yet not erect. Today is Monday. How about tomorrow? Sunday once again? Entropy takes over. Your eyes are lost at a distance. Ah, I have not seen you for so long. Thank you very much. I will now read 3 of my poems. I do understand that it does not reflect entirely what I was writing in the original language, but I think this is as close as it could come. The first poem is This Mud Hut is My Dwelling. In original Bangla, it sounds like Shakin Mati Kuti. Standing at Earth's precipice, what are you looking for? The morning ferry has left the pier, long, long ago. White ducks have left the wintry, sky is high, and the path unknown. The time for return has come. Walk hand in hand. It's twilight. Let's get back to our own neighborhood. Path ends at its circuitous beginning. It's early hours. Inside mother's bridal room and rooted still in earth's depth, this mud hut is my only dwelling. The second poem would be Days and Night. In Bangla it says, Din Ashe, Din Jai. I'm still the same and all is well except for that undulating mercury column of my fancy dreams. One day you sit next to my seat, so near yet so far away. One day you sit afar, far away, yet seems too near, as if autumn's water brings that aroma of yours into my heart. In the wee hours, the groundskeeper rolls his wheelbarrow, and birds chirp in the wintry fog. Time flows from dawn to noon to eventide. The postman comes and goes. I wait. I'm still the same, and all is well, except for that undulating mercury column of my fancy dreams. The third poem, actually, I said another, but anyway, this is the one someone requested. I read it earlier, reading it again. It's called Dementia. This is actually my father had dementia during the later part of his life, and this poem is sort of inspired by that. Sitting at the window, cheek resting on the palm of hand, eyes behind the lustrous glasses, what are you thinking of? So lone and pensive. Again, you did not flush the toilet, and you had no qualms. Books helter-skelter on dining table, and you had no qualms. Zipper still unzipped, and you had no qualms. Are these the shape of your days? The sun is bright, your eyes are lost in distance. What are you looking at? So lone and pensive. A vagrant neighborhood dog, 3 puppies, a pair of crows. Are these the shape of your days? Life's vagaries goes on, erratic and yet not errant. Today is Monday. How about tomorrow? Sunday once again? Entropy takes over. Your eyes are lost at a distance. Ah, I have not seen you for so long. Thank you very much.
I think it's a wonderful exhibition that we had a wonderful turnout tonight. First Fridays are always a big turnout when we open shows. But I knew before the crowd came that people would really connect to this exhibit just with the written word and the expressiveness of the paintings. It was a good night, and a lot of people had made comments, it said, "This is beautiful, I love the poetry, I love the paintings." So it was very positive, very positive.
The crowd actually more than what we thought, and good feedback. There are a lot of people actually took note of it. Some told us that they're going to come back and spend a little bit more time. Few volunteered to write about it. You're asking to buy some of the pieces, so it went well, and I'm very happy that the paintings as well as the poems actually were liked equally.
A very successful opening. I think a very good turnout for summertime, and people are out and people have come in, and response has been very positive. People love the poems. On our guest register, people have written how much they love the poetry. And then they also like the interpretation of the visual artist to those, how he's incorporated some of the parts of the poems into the visual imagery. So it's been very successful.
Yeah, I have a piece is called Disjointed Thoughts, and I just like some of the you really, there's a lot of hidden imagery, and I like the colors and the contrast and how it's laid out and the composition. I like a lot of them, but that one's the one I've kind of landed on as my favorite.
This is actually an interesting work. It's not my work. I have the poems, and mostly the artist Mustafiz Karigur, he did the paintings, and it's a very unique combination of two different languages in a sense. Poetry is one language, and paintings are another language. And you heard that, they were telling in this gallery there was another show last year where Salvador Dali, his paintings based on poems of Dante was exhibited. So I was thrilled to hear that. I didn't know about that. Well, me and Mustafiz, actually we communicated a lot when the project was going on, and we spoke, and he understood my poem by talking, and I understood his paintings.
I spent some time with it, but I have not spent enough time with it, so I need to spend more time looking at it. Being an installer of work, you look, make sure things are straight and things are in the right place, and you think of, you have a checklist in your mind, and sometimes you're looking but you're not seeing. And so now that everything is up and we've had a great turnout and people have responded, now I get to spend some time with it this week and really look at it and enjoy the work.